Hello, teacher. How are you today?
Hello, Tao. How are you? I hope you're
I'm good,
fine.
and you?
Very good. Thank you so much for asking. So now let's get started with our amazing class. Let me ask you something, Tao. Let me ask you the magic question. What is the magic question of the day?
Uh, what did lesson we learn about last
Yeah.
class?
What did you learn in the previous class? That is correct. So, and then what is the magic answer?
We learn about surf up and about surfing superstar.
That's right. That is correct. We actually, in fact, we were listening and also reading the story of the girl, right, that was surfing,
Yes,
and then actually she lost her arm, and obviously she was missing one of her extremities, all right? Let me just put
yes,
this here. Then the situation was that it was very difficult for her. She didn't even notice, all right? She didn't even realize that this situation was happening to her because
yes,
it was too fast. And then she was bleeding. She was surfing and went to the beach, back to shore. She went back to shore. And then their friends called the emergency service. So, as I told you before, it was something very popular, and also there have been videos and documentaries about her case, and she was a
yeah.
very good surfer. So we are having a new as usual. I also saw your homework, very good. It was fantastic. I was checking the homework, and I saw that it was very good. Oh, you got new headsets.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So that's gonna be very nice. Oh, let me share my screen to you.
Okay.
Okay. So today we're gonna be talking. This is our lesson, everyday English, talking about the past. All right. So Tao, in order for us to get
Yeah.
started with the class, I would like you to tell me something that you remember. All right, something from the past that you remember. Like maybe you went to a park, you did something like that you always remember.
Uh, last week, I went to school with my mother, and then I had to learn about how to drive motorbike,
Oh, wow.
and
Amazing. Okay, that's very nice.
and
And you did it well?
yes, yes,
Oh, very good. So I'm gonna tell you something that I was doing. Well, it was last week.
yeah,
For a very long time, I stopped running, I stopped exercising, and then I used to work out around the
yeah.
park. I used to go running. Then the last week, I remember I was running around the park, and now in my body, my back was hurting, and I was like, oh my God. I was feeling like this back pain
Oh,
because the last time I exercised, it was around a month and a half ago, and I was feeling like a robot, like very slow. But
oh, I think it's
after
very hard.
after yeah, it's very hard. After a few days, I was feeling good,
Oh,
and those are
yeah.
things that
I,
happened in the past.
okay. Right.
So now let's get started. So we are going to listen, all right? We are going to listen.
Yes.
Exercise number 1. We are going to listen and complete the dialogue, right? With the words below. And then after that, my first question tonight, after this, is gonna be where were Amy and Finley on Sunday? Let's listen what's happening here.
Lesson 2F. Exercise 1.
Hi, Amy. How was your weekend?
It was good. I went to the cinema on Saturday.
What did you see?
Okay.
The new Ben Stiller film.
Cool. What did you do on Sunday?
Nothing much. I stayed at home and revised. What about you? What did you get up to at the weekend?
I went out with some friends on Saturday.
Where did you go?
To the skate park.
No way. What about on Sunday?
I played computer games at home.
What did you play?
BioShock. It was great.
Okay. So did you manage to listen this audio, Tao?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see how we can do this, all right? Let's start the conversation now and let's see how it works.
Okay.
Okay, so
Yeah.
now let me ask you the first question. Let me just go back to this first question before we continue. Where were Amy and Finley on Sunday?
The Fanny is works played computer games at his home, and Army is play BioShock.
Okay, BioShock. That's right. So now let's complete this dialogue. All right, the dialogue.
Yeah, okay.
Hi, Amy. Hi, Amy.
Hi, Amy. How was your weekend? It was good. I went to the cinema on Saturday. What did you see?
Okay.
The new Ben Stiller film. Cool. What did you do on Sunday? Nothing much. I stayed at home and revised. What about you? What did you get up to at the weekend? I went out with some friends on Saturday. Where did you go? To the skate park. No way. What about on Sunday? I played computer games at home. What did you play? BioShock. It was great.
Okay. What did you play? Very good. BioShock. Okay. So let me see. I think something that I would like to help you with was it. I think it was with a past tense. Let me see. Just making sure. You did it very well. I'm just looking for this past tense that I want to help you with the pronunciation. Let me see. So just to make sure, could you please repeat the first question, the first, the second, and the third?
What did you see?
Okay. The next one.
Where did you go?
Where did you go? Okay, where did you go? Where did you go?
Where did you go?
Okay, fantastic. Number 5, and then the next one.
What did you play?
Okay, what did you play? All right, what did you play? Fantastic. So very well, Tao. Let's continue. So now what I want you to do is to find 2 phrases in the dialogue for reacting with interest. There you have the dialogue, you have the conversation, and I would like you to look for 2 phrases, all right, for reacting. You are like, in which you feel like surprise and you're going to react to these phrases.
I think it's how was your weekend, and what did you do on Sunday?
Actually, yeah, that's possible. I think one of them is gonna be, in my opinion, one of these is can also be. It can also be. It was great because also there is like an exclamation mark. Whenever there is an exclamation mark, so you can react like it was great. I'm saying this one as an example. All right, just an example. Not necessarily has to be this one. All right.
Yeah.
So let's continue. Okay, so look at this. Now what I want you to do, Tao, so let's go ahead with the exercise number 4. We are going to listen, allow me 1 second.
Yeah.
So let me just place my headset over here. Okay, like I said, we are going to listen to 4 teenagers talking about their weekends and answer the questions, all right? Then we are going to write, especially whether it's Ella, Abby, Daisy, or Chloe, all right? So we're gonna answer with their names. So let's listen to this audio. Let's pay close attention.
Lesson 2F, exercises 4 and 5. Connor and Ella.
Hi, Ella. How was your weekend?
It was great. I played tennis on Saturday.
That sounds fun. Who did you play with?
My friend Sarah.
Oh, right. Cool. Did you win?
Yes, I did. But I also broke the tennis racket.
Oh, dear. That's bad. Was it expensive?
I don't know. I didn't buy it. It was my sister's racket.
Oops.
Jack and Abby.
Hi, Abby. Did you have a good weekend?
Yes, I did. I went to see a show with my family on Saturday. Then we went for a meal.
Really? Great. Where did you go?
To a Chinese restaurant. There's a nice one in the town centre.
That's interesting. Do you often go out for meals?
No, but it was a special occasion.
Really? What?
It was my birthday.
Oh, no. I forgot.
Jacob and Daisy.
Hi, Daisy. How are you?
I'm fine.
What did you get up to at the weekend?
On Saturday, I went to the cinema with Ben.
Cool. What did you see?
The new Jackie Chan film.
Fantastic. I love Jackie Chan.
Yes, it was great. But I left my phone in the cinema.
Oh, no. Did you go back and find it?
I went back, but it wasn't there.
Oh, dear.
Daniel and Chloe.
Okay.
Hi, Chloe. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks.
Did you have a good weekend?
Yes, I did. I cooked dinner for my family on Sunday.
Oh, that's interesting. What did you make?
Chicken and rice.
And how was it?
It was okay. The chicken was really nice, but the rice was hard.
Oh, well.
Everybody ate it, though. But Dad wasn't very well the next morning.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's see here. Let's see our results, right? So let me ask you the first question. Who made something?
It's Joey.
In this case, this one, it'll be pronounced like, I know it may be like because of the word chocolate, but in this case, this American name or English name is Chloe. Chloe, yeah, that's right.
Okay, Chloe.
All right, so
Right. Yes.
So let me see. Who celebrated something?
Ali. It's Ali. Abby.
Abby. Okay, fantastic, amazing. You're doing a great job. Let me see. Letter C. Who brought something?
I think it's Ella. Ella brought something.
Okay, Ella. Okay, that's right. So, who lost Who lost something?
Daisy. Daisy is lost her phone in the supermarket.
That is correct. Daisy, she lost the phone, you know, in the supermarket. When she was at the supermarket, she lost it. So now let me tell you something, Tao. In my opinion, this information is gonna be, let me see, very important, all right? So speaking of strategy, let me tell you this. When you ask someone, all right, about what they did or what happens, it's recommendable to ask follow-up questions, all right, to find out more information and to keep the conversation going. Let me tell you something, but also when we refer about follow-up questions, the intention of these follow-up questions is to help you understand, is to help you better understand, right, the people you are talking to, especially when learning English, being considering that English is an additional language or a second language or maybe a foreign language for somebody that is learning the language. In my personal opinion, I can tell you that this is very good and very important. Follow-up questions. The intention of this, I'm saying that to you, Tao, is because uh, given that you can get more information, but also you are going to understand more the speakers. If there is something that you are not clear with, something that you do not understand, you can also use another question to get the meaning of these explanations or statements that are being given to you.
Okay.
That is the reason why I like the students to use many follow-up questions. For the only reason, for the only purpose is just to get more information and to understand more the main idea of the conversation, to understand more the context, all right? So here we have some examples. Could you please read it?
Yeah. Where did you do last night? I phoned a friend. Really? Who did you phone?
Okay, so look at that. What did you do last night? I phoned a friend. But then you have another related question. And then what's happening here? Really? What is the next question?
Who did you phone?
Who did you phone? And what happens here? What's going on in this, you know, like in this short conversation, in this short interaction?
I think this tells the name of his friend.
Yeah, but yeah, absolutely. Actually, there is like a conversation between two friends and all that, but especially there is something that goes beyond. The thing is that the speaker and you know the listener, the interaction that they have, the interaction they have is going deeper because of the information. Okay, for example, it's like if I ask you, what is your name? Oh, my name is Tao. Tao, where do you live? I live in Vietnam. But where in Vietnam? Oh, I live in Hanoi, for example. All right, but we're in Hanoi. Oh, Sunflower Street, for example. All right. And what is the color of your house? Or your house? And then you may wonder, or you can ask yourself, or is he a detective? No, it's just follow-up questions. And for somebody that is learning a new language or is trying to improve his or her language skills, that is going to be very important. All right, so let's continue. Right. So give me a second. So keep this in your mind. If you ever all right, think that there is something you are not getting, you can use any type of follow-up question, all right, to get the message. Okay, so here we are having this, okay, we are having this exercise. So we are going to read the speaking, well, we already read it, all right? We already read the speaking strategy. All right,
Okay.
so then we
Yes.
are going to listen again and complete the follow-up questions. So it's, those are common questions that you regularly use in your daily interactions or daily conversations. But in my opinion, I think that is crucial. That's highly important. So let's listen to this.
Lesson
Then we
2F.
do the exercise.
Exercises 4 and 5.
Okay.
Connor and Ella.
Hi, Ella. How was your weekend?
It was great. I played tennis on Saturday.
That sounds fun. Who did you play with?
My friend Sarah.
Oh, right. Cool. Did you win?
Yes, I did. But I also broke the tennis racket.
Oh, dear. That's bad. Was it expensive?
I don't know. I didn't buy it. It was my sister's racket.
Oops.
Jack and Abby.
Hi, Abby. Did you have a good weekend?
Yes, I did. I went to see a show with my family on Saturday. Then we went for a meal.
Really? Great. Where did you go?
To a Chinese restaurant. There's a nice one in the town centre.
That's interesting. Do you often go out for meals?
No, but it was a special occasion.
Really? What?
It was my birthday.
Oh, no. I forgot.
Jacob and Daisy.
Hi, Daisy. How are you?
I'm fine.
What did you get up to at the weekend?
On Saturday, I went to the cinema with Ben.
Cool. What did you see?
The new Jackie Chan film.
Fantastic. I love Jackie Chan.
Yes, it was great. But I left my phone in the cinema.
Oh, no. Did you go back and find it?
I went back, but it wasn't there.
Oh, dear.
Daniel and Chloe.
Hi, Chloe. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks.
Did you have a good weekend?
Yes, I did. I cooked dinner for my family on Sunday.
Oh, that's interesting. What did you make?
Chicken and rice.
And how was it?
It was okay. The chicken was really nice, but the rice was hard.
Oh, well.
Everybody ate it, though. But Dad wasn't very well the next morning.
Okay, so let's see here. Now that we listen again the audio. So let's check. All right, number 1.
Number 1 is
okay.
Yeah. Number 1 is who did you play with?
Okay, number 1, who did you play with? Fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay.
And, number 2 is did you win?
Okay.
And
did you win?
Number 3 is where did you go? Where did you go? Where did you go?
Okay, number 3, where did you go? That's fantastic. You're doing it pretty well. Let me see number 4. Do you?
Do you often go out for meal?
Do you often go out for meals? Fantastic.
Yeah.
Number 5.
Number 5, I don't have any answer to this question yet.
Fantastic. Let me see. Okay, number 5. Remember this. What did you see? Okay.
Yeah.
What did you see? That is gonna be this one. What did you see?
Yeah.
Let's see. Number 6.
Number 6 is did you go back and find it?
Okay, did you go back?
Find it.
And find it. That's right. Number 7. What?
No. What did you make?
What did you make? That is correct. It was pretty much at the end. All right. Yeah. And finally, we closed. We'll wrap up with number 8, the last one.
Yeah. The last one is how was it?
How was it? How was it?
How was it?
Yeah, there is where we use the well-known connected speech. Do you know or do you have any idea what connected speech is?
No.
I'm going to explain you what is connected speech. Look at here. You can pronounce on your own. You can say, how was it? However, when it comes to an English-speaking person that is speaking regular English, so normally it's going to say, how was it?
How was it?
Yeah, it's kind of like, let me just show you here. How was, instead of saying how was it, so it's going to be like, how was it?
How was it?
It's like you're connecting, all right? The ending sound of a consonant, and then come across with the initial sound of a vowel sounds, and then those sounds they kind of join, but only in the spoken English. The phenomenon is not given in written English; it's only in the spoken English while pronouncing the words.
Oh, yeah.
Instead of saying, it's not, let me just tell you this. It's not bad. I'm not saying that if you say, for example, how was it? I'm not saying that it is incorrect. Not at all. So what I'm saying is that normally, because when you just go straight with the pronunciation, especially when it comes to native speakers of English language, they're going to say it, especially here in America. So we may say, how was it? How was it?
How was it? How was it? Okay, I understand.
How was it? All right? How was it?
Yeah.
So just in case. But if in case you think if it's going to be difficult for you, all right, pronounce this like, you know, using with the well-known connected speech, all right? So as I will suggest it to do it as regular, as usual. How was it? If you have difficulties with this. If you don't, and you feel confident and fluent, so you can say, how was it?
Okay, I understand.
Okay, so let's just go ahead. Lookout. Okay, I would like you to help me with this lookout. Could you please read it?
Okay. When a WH question includes a preposition. Preposition.
Yeah, preposition.
Okay. The preposition usually goes at the end.
Right.
And the example is, who did you go with, and what did you see to? What did you listen to?
What did you listen to? You see, what did you listen to?
What did you listen to? What did you listen to?
That's right. Like, look at this. You can say, what did you listen to? No problem with this. But sometimes, what did you listen to? What did you? So this is a reduction. But I'm not gonna go deeper into it, because if I go deeper into it, so I know that this is very, very American. And I imagine the idea of the class is that you just learned the correct English, you know? But it's important that you also know that at least in this variation of the language, all right, it's been used this way. Maybe you come across with somebody else that is a Native American, maybe you come across with somebody that is an English speaker from the US, and then you have this situation. Then you need to understand that, you know, and that's very important.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so now let's go ahead. So we already read the lookout, all right? We saw there's some examples. Can you tell me those two examples? First one,
read the look.
Yeah, we already read the lookout, this one.
Okay.
You already did it.
Yeah.
I just want you to mention those two sentences, those two examples. Who?
Who did you go with?
Okay, who do you go with? And then
Yeah.
the next one, what?
What did you listen to?
Okay, what did you listen to? So then,
Yeah.
so look at there. Let me just tell you which follow-up question, or let me just ask you, which follow-up question in exercise 5, all right, ends with a preposition.
Okay.
Which one, the first or the second? This one or this one?
I think the first is who did you play with?
Okay, let me see. Let me ask you something.
Yeah.
Look at the ending part of both sentences, of both questions, I'm sorry. Which one do you think or do you consider is a preposition? Okay, so you have with, who do you go with, and you have what did you listen to?
Oh, with and to.
Okay, I think that, well, based on the logic, it might be two. What did you listen to? For example, you say in English, are you going with?
Yeah.
So
with.
it's kind of like a word you use to connect, especially like I am going with Tao. Tao is taking English classes with me. All right, with. However, when it comes to a preposition, especially referring to something, all right? So we can say to. For example, if we say, if you ask somebody, are you going?
Are you going with?
Are you going to a school? Are you going to travel? So you have the preposition to. What did you listen to? And then in this case, Tao, the correct option might be two in this particular case, considering, listen to this, considering two, all right, as a first option, all right?
Yeah.
Considering this one as a first option, all right?
Yeah.
So let's continue. So now we are going to do this exercise, all right? We are going to choose three different activities in each, all right, and write sentences about each one using the past simple. There we have an example. I cooked a dinner for my family last night. Then we have like different activities over here, like free time activities and all that. So we have cook dinner, go away for the weekend, go bowling, go dancing, and all that. So here we're gonna choose three different activities of these, all right? Three different activities each, and write sentences about each one using the past simple. Would you like to take some time, or do you think you can do it right away?
I think I can do right away.
Oh, fantastic. Let's see. Let me see the first one.
I went to the party last month.
Okay, fantastic. Let's see.
And I played volleyball with my friend. I played volleyball with my friend at the weekend.
Okay, one more.
And I yeah, my sister will visit relative or
Oh,
last week.
relative. Okay. Relative.
Yeah, relative last week.
Let me ask you something just to make sure. Do you know what relative are?
What?
Do you know what relatives are?
Yeah.
Okay, just to make sure, right?
Yeah.
So now, then this is what the next part of the exercise. I mean of the lesson.
Yeah.
Then now, well, you can obviously this is a one-on-one class, but you can look myself, all right, and then write 1 or 2 follow-up questions for each one. You just write it. You don't need to show me. You just write it, and then after that, you tell me. Let me know once you're ready.
Yeah.
Let me see.
To ask you, right?
Yeah, you can ask me like 2 follow-up questions.
What did you do at the last week?
I went out. Oh well, I went around the park. I was running.
Yeah, and how did you go with?
Who did I go with? Well,
yeah.
I went with my good friend Junior.
And
Very good. You did it pretty well. You got the 2 questions. That's right. That is correct. That is fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So let's just go back. Let's just continue. Here we are having a mixed up exercise. So it has, I say to you that this is a mixed up exercise because it has a bit of the most important exercises in the lesson. All right. So look at this. Obviously, we know that we have to replace some students, but we are going to do the activities and we are going to disregard the students that are not present in the class because it's only you and I. So let's see here. I want you to read one of your sentences. That's pretty much the ending part. I want you to read one of the sentences from exercise number 7. Look at there.
Yeah.
Let's just go back. Can you please read one of the sentences from this exercise number 7? The one that you just read or told me?
Yeah. I saw a show with my friend yesterday.
Okay. You say I saw?
Yeah. I saw.
Okay. Well,
I saw.
Okay. In this case, what can I tell you? You may, well, actually you could say, I think it's better if you say, I saw my friend, right? I saw my friend sounds better in English. Maybe you can say, I saw my friend yesterday. I saw my friend last week. Okay. Or something like that. So say the question one more time. Can you please repeat the question? Or the sentence, I'm sorry. Say it again one more time, the sentence.
Yeah. I went to see a show with my friend yesterday.
Oh, you say I went to see
a show.
A surf. Or maybe
a show.
A show.
Yeah, yes, with my friend yesterday.
I went to see a show with my friend yesterday. Fantastic. Perfect. Okay, so we have the first one. Let's continue the next one. Let's continue with the next one. So now I want you to tell me a follow-up question from exercise number 8. Let's just go back. Okay.
Yeah.
You already did it, but you can also do one of the previous one you told me.
And what show did you see?
Okay.
What show did you see?
Which show did I see? Well, I think I saw Vietnam Got Talent. Do you guys have their Vietnam Got Talent?
I don't know.
Or The Voice?
Yes.
Oh, I imagine, you know, I'm just making up, all right? I'm just coming up with that. So
yeah.
I imagine that there in Vietnam, you guys have a lot of talent shows, right?
Yes.
Is pop music very popular in Vietnam?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You should to see rap. The name is Rap Viet. The name of Vietnam is Rap Viet.
Okay. Understand.
Yeah, you should see. It's very interesting, and I really like it.
Okay, okay. That sounds good to me. Sounds nice because I never heard like this Vietnamese style. But, you know, actually it's opening, actually it enables my curiosity to learn more about that.
Yeah, okay.
So this way I learned more about the Vietnamese culture. All right. So
yeah, okay.
Let's continue. Now I want you to, all right, to answer a follow-up question or any answer or potential answer you can give me from a follow-up question. Maybe the one you just said.
I don't know.
Yeah, maybe the last one. Look at this one. You told me before, okay, the follow-up question in exercise number 8 was, did you say like, I went to see, or was a sentence? I think it was a sentence, all right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I went to see, all right, a show with my friend. Am I right?
Yeah.
So, and what will be from this one a good follow-up question? Can you create a follow-up question? Did you, for example, did you go to see or something like that?
Where did the show help?
Where did the show take place?
Yeah.
Where did the show take place? And what will be the answer, Tao?
It's touched there in I think I don't remember.
You can say anywhere. It's just an example.
Yeah.
Maybe in Hanoi, or maybe Phuket.
Theater.
Oh, in the theater, right?
Yeah.
So, at the theater, right? So fantastic. So we have already covered this part. Oh, we are running out of time. So anyway, so what we are going to do here, as the time is running away, time flies out. All right.
Yeah.
So look at this exercise. This is exercise number 10. So here, you will need to prepare a dialogue about what did you do last weekend, and then after that, you're going to use some follow-up questions and phrases reacting with interest, like, oh, and where is the cinema? Oh, the cinema is there, is in Hanoi, next to some place, or, you know, it's like you're gonna be creative. all right, in this one.
Oh,
And
yeah,
you are going
okay.
to include the following information. For example, say what you did on Saturday, on Sunday, say where you went and who you were with, and say whether you enjoy it. All right, so you're gonna make a dialogue. That is gonna be your homework, okay?
Yeah.
And after that, something else I would like you to do, especially the exercises of the workbook in this lesson. Let me just write it to you. I know it's a lot of information. Let me see.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, homework. Let me write it.
Yeah.
Homework. Oh, what's happening? Okay. Exercise
10.
10. Yeah, that's right. You're right. Exercise 10.
Yeah.
Exercise 10. Lesson. Let me just go get it.
Yeah.
2F.
Okay.
That's it. There you have the homework.
Yeah, okay.
Well, Tao, thank you so much for your time. Now,
Okay,
real quick, in 30 seconds, I want you to tell me, what did we learn today in this class?
We talked about the past.
All right.
Yeah, the past and the follow action.
Follow-up questions. And let me ask you something just to finish and wrap up. Why is it important to use follow-up questions in English or in any language, but especially in English, because this is the language you're learning?
Because it helped me know more about other person.
Yeah, it helps you understand more the conversation in that specific part, and to go deeper and get more information about the topic you're referring to. So thank you, Tao, for your time. I wish you a fantastic rest of the day and see you in the next class. Goodbye, Tao.
Thank you. See you in next class.
Bye.
Have a nice day.
Thank
Goodbye.
you, you too. Goodbye.